Hello everyone, my name is Anna and I love history. Last Monday, I found a very old diary in my grandmother's house. The diary is small, brown, and looks very interesting. I opened the first page and saw a strange date. It said, the most important day is the 12th of June. I checked my calendar to see what day it is. June is the 6th month of the year. Usually, June is very warm and sunny in my city. This year, the 12th of June is a Friday. I wondered why this specific date was so special for her. My grandmother was born in 1955. At that time, people wrote everything on paper. I started to read the notes from the previous month. In May, she wrote about a secret meeting. She mentioned a clock near the Central Park. The meeting was at 4:30 in the afternoon. I decided to go to that park to find clues. I looked at my watch. It was 10 o'clock in the morning. I had plenty of time to prepare for my little adventure. First, I made a cup of tea to think clearly. I wrote down all the dates from the diary on a list. There were dates from January, March, and July. Every date was a weekend, either Saturday or Sunday. My grandmother loved weekends because she didn't work then. She was a young student at the local university. Her favorite season was always autumn, especially October. But this mystery started in the heat of the summer. I put on my shoes and grabbed my bag quickly. The sun was shining brightly in the blue sky. Let's see what happened 70 years ago in this town. I arrived at the park at exactly 11:15. The park is very big with many old trees and flowers. I walked to the center where the big clock stands. This clock is famous because it is over a century old. It rings every hour to tell people the time. I sat on a wooden bench near the flower bed. I looked at the diary again to find the next note. It said, "Wait until the big hand is on the 12." That means I had to wait for the start of the next hour. It was almost noon, the sun was very high. At 12 o'clock, the clock started to make a loud sound. Ding, 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 it rang 12 times. Suddenly, I saw a small metal box under the bench. The box had a lock with 4 numbers on it. I thought about the dates I saw in the diary. Maybe the code is a year or a specific day. I tried the year 1955, but it didn't open. Then I tried the date of the meeting, 0612. The lock clicked, and the metal box opened slowly. Inside, there was a black and white photograph of a man. He was wearing a hat and holding a pocket watch. On the back of the photo, there was another time written. It said, "Meet me at 6:45 at the station." 6:45 is 6:45 in the evening. The date on the photo was August the 21st. August is the last month of the summer holidays. I felt like a real detective solving a big puzzle. I checked the current time on my smartphone. I had several hours before the evening began. I decided to visit the train station next. The train station is a beautiful building from the past. Many trains arrive and depart every single day. I looked at the big timetable on the wall. There are trains at 6:05 and 7:20. My grandmother's note mentioned 6:45. I walked to platform number 4, which was very quiet. I imagined her waiting here many years ago. Was she waiting for the man in the photograph? It was a Tuesday back then, a normal working day. In the diary, she wrote, "The train is never late." People in the 50s were very punctual and serious. I found an old luggage locker with the number 21. 21 was the day of the month in August. I searched for a key or another hidden message there. Behind the locker, I found a small yellow envelope. It was dusty and smelled like old books and coffee. I opened it carefully so I wouldn't tear the paper. Inside was a ticket for a movie from September. The movie started at 8 o'clock in the evening. September the 5th was the date on the ticket. This was a Saturday, a perfect day for the cinema. The cinema was called The Star and it still exists. I looked at my watch. It was already 3 p.m. 3 p.m. is the same as 1500 hours. I was getting hungry, so I bought a small sandwich. I ate my lunch while walking to the old cinema. The city feels different when you know its secrets. I wonder if they still play old movies there. This story is becoming more emotional and personal. I want to know who that mysterious man was. The Star Cinema has a classic red carpet at the entrance. It opens at 4 o'clock every afternoon. I entered the lobby and saw many old movie posters. One poster was from the year 1956. It was a romantic story about two people in London. I showed my old ticket to the woman at the desk. She smiled and said it was a very rare souvenir. She told me that the cinema has an archive room. I asked if I could see the records from September. We walked down a long corridor with many doors. The archive room was full of boxes and old films. We found a box labeled Autumn 1955. Inside, there were photos of the audience from that year. I searched for my grandmother's face in the pictures. On the third photo, I finally saw her smiling. She was sitting in the second row, seat number 10. Next to her was the man from the metal box. They looked very happy together on that Saturday night. Under the photo, there was a handwritten note, "Our anniversary." An anniversary is a special date celebrated every year. Their anniversary was the 5th of September. I realized that this was the start of their life together. It was 4:45 when I left the cinema. I had one more place to visit before sunset. The diary mentioned a bridge at 8:20. 8:20 in the evening is a very dark time. But in summer it is still a bit light outside. I walked towards the river to find the old bridge. The air was cool and the wind was soft. My journey through time was almost at its end. The bridge is made of stone and looks very strong. It is the perfect place to watch the sunset. I reached the bridge at exactly 7:30. I had 50 minutes before the time in the diary. I watched the water flow under the bridge slowly. I thought about how time changes everything around us. My grandmother was 20 years old in these stories. That is the same age as I am right now. I felt a strong connection to her and her past. At 8 o'clock, the sky turned orange and pink. It was the most beautiful evening of the month. I stood at the exact spot she described in her notes. Wait at the third lamp on the left side. I found the third lamp and looked at the ground. There was something carved into the stone of the bridge. It was a heart with two names inside it. Mary and David, 1955 to forever. David was my grandfather's name, but he died early. I never knew how they met or their early story. The diary was a gift from her to me, I realized. She wanted me to find these places on these dates. It was 8:20, the time of their first kiss. I felt a little tear in my eye because it was sweet. I took a photo of the carving with my phone. Digital photos are different from the ones in the box. But the feelings and the memories are the same. The moon appeared in the sky, round and white. It was a full moon, which happens once a month. I stayed there for 10 more minutes in silence. The mystery of the diary was finally solved. I walked back home under the bright night stars. It was nearly 10 p.m. when I opened my front door. I put the diary back on the shelf very carefully. Learning about dates and time is not just for school. It helps us remember our history and our families. Think about your favorite date of the year. Is it your birthday or a special holiday like Christmas? My favorite day is now the 5th of September. In today's story, we used many words for time. We talked about months like June, August, and October. We used days of the week like Monday and Saturday. We practiced telling the time, like 1/2 or 1/4 to. Remember that AM is for the morning and PM is for the evening. Try to write 3 sentences about your daily routine. What time do you wake up every morning? I usually wake up at 7 o'clock during the week. On Sundays, I stay in bed until 11 if I can. Time is very precious, so we must use it well. I hope you enjoyed this story about Mary and David. Learning English is a journey that takes some time. Be patient and practice every day for 20 minutes. You can listen to this podcast again to remember the words. Next time, we will talk about different seasons and weather. Winter, spring, summer, and autumn are all very different. Thank you for listening to my story today. I am very happy to be your English teacher. Have a wonderful day and a great week ahead. Goodbye for a short while, see you soon. Keep practicing and keep dreaming in English. This is the end of our Special Time podcast.
The best comment under this video gets English lessons, completely free. So go ahead and write your comment now.